feels good as you look. What a beautiful fall day. A little dusty through here. A little windy.
Little windy.
He's quitting the band, and it's his band. I don't know. Y'all give it up for Robbie Meadows. I'll tell you what. When we first started this band, we used to start by jogging around the field a few times.
I bet.
Now, oh well. Time flies when you're having fun. Y'all, you don't know how good you look. And what a beautiful day. As far as you can see are the great cars of America, the great people of America, and the best of America. I want to thank everybody, particularly the Hazzard Run. Man, that was great. Let's give it up. Hey, y'all. Each and every one of you. That's a wonderful thing. I want to thank Bobby Scott and everybody who's worked on that. And I think they had the best time of anybody. I want to thank the Page County for their help and the Shenandoah Speedway and everybody's been involved in this. We also, I hope you, before you go, you'll meet our very special guest, Tom Wopat. Old Luke Duke is with us here. Woo! Byron Sherry. And the lovely Miss Dorothy Best. Teacher, we call her Teacher, was on the show, and she played Mel Tillis's daughter on the Dukes, and she met this actor named James Best. And they, until Jimmy passed a few years back, they couldn't. I mean, they're just a wonderful couple, and Dorothy is still. Is she here? Okay, I thought somebody said here she got. But anyhow, she's a great actress, and you, Alma, do you have something you want to say? Vance here with the food truck. Check it out. That's our buddy Vance, and that's if you know have food. There are food trucks and there are food trucks. But ain't no food truck better than Vance's True Tech. Food. We're falling apart here in our older years. Anyhow, check out Vance. He got the barbecue going too. It's right behind the stage up there. And man, fall's starting to happen.
Yes, it is.
It's beautiful. We live on the other side of the mountain, coming over the mountain today. It was so beautiful. And if y'all are from this side, people come from all over the world to see the Skyline Drive and the Blue Ridge Mountains and Cougars.
Absolutely.
We do.
Good place to come.
I'm not making this up. We had a guy walk here from Italy.
Yes, sir. Sure enough.
Yeah.
He did. Remember that? Yeah, but anyhow, it's just wonderful to see y'all. I'm a little stove up, but you know, if you've been in 300,
that's exactly right. Yes,
we'll
sir.
make some music for you today. Lisa, why don't you start us off with some? You know, we talked about a week or so ago. We lost a friend, Loretta Lynn, who was, you know, just they ought to put her up on Mount Rushmore with those guys.
Oh,
she was
that's a good idea.
The heart and soul of Kentucky and rural America, and she loved the Dukes of Hazzard, and we love Loretta. And but Lisa Meadows does a tribute to the great queens of country music.
Okay.
You'll hear Loretta in there.
That's right.
2, 3.
We'll start you out with some Kitty Wells music. As I sit here tonight, the jukebox playing a tune about the wild side of life. And as I listen to the words you are saying, it brings memories of when I was a trusting one. It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels, like you said in the words of your song. a girl to go wrong. Now this next lady comes from right up the road, Winchester, Virginia, that way. Yeah, that way right there. I got your picture that you gave to me, and it sounded love just like it used to be. Only thing different, the only thing new. I got your picture, she's got you. I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know it won't let me be. I got your class ring that proved you cared, and it still looks the same as when you gave it, dear. Only thing different, thing new. Little thing, he's got you. Now this next lady, oh, who was that one? Anybody know? Okay, Patsy Cline. The next lady, the queen of country music. Well, I was born to call miner's daughter in a cabin on a hill in Butcher Holler. We were poor, but we had love. That's the one thing my daddy made sure. Double cold to make a poor man's dollar. Well, a lot of things have changed since way back then. Nothing lives here anymore except the memories of a coal miner's daughter. And of course that was Miss Loretta Lynn. This next lady, I know I loved her. This next lady was on the Dukes of Hazzard show too. Sometimes it's hard to be a woman, giving all your love to just one man. You'll have bad times, you'll have good times, doing things that you don't understand. But if you love him, you'll forgive him, even though he's hard to understand. And if you love him, oh, be proud of him, 'cause after all, he's just a man. Stand by your man, give him 2 arms to cling to,
You know, we're up here in the mountains.
Oh, yeah, we are.
And I think we ought to play some mountain music.
Everybody get your hands together. Here we go. Come on now.
Oh, play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. And then I'll float on down the river to a Cajun hideaway. Hideaway like Tom Sawyer, ride a rap with old Huck Finn, take a nap like Rip Van Winkle, then streaming again. Play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. And I'll float on down the river to the Cajun hideaway. Swim across the river just to prove that I'm a man. Spend the day just being lazy, being nature's man. Climb a long tall hickory, bending over silly cats, playing baseball with sheer rocks. And sawmill saxophone band. Play some come on music that comes from the heart. Play something with lots of feeling. As the start. Play me some mountain music like Grandma and Grandpa used to play. And I'll float on down the river to the Cajun hideaway. Hey, hey. Oh, get on it. Play me mountain music. Play me mountain music. Oh, play me mountain music. Oh, play.
I tell you, I grew up on all this music. But when about the time that my hormones were kicking in, I was about 14, 15 years old. And rock and roll was brand new, and we started hearing great music from everywhere. And some of it came out, a lot of the best stuff came out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, buddy.
From some records. Of course, there was Elvis. Everybody knows Elvis. And Carl Perkins, you know, Blue Suede Shoes and all that. And there was, a bunch of Roy Orbison came out of there. But there was this one guy, he was from Mississippi, and he played the piano. And they called him the Killer.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You take my nerves and you rattle my brain. Just that loving time a man is sang. You broke my wings, that's what I did. Mr. Race's great balls of fire. Mr. Race's great balls of fire. Love a ship. No doubt. for time.
Never too old to rock and roll. Thank goodness. Thank goodness gracious. I remember it was brand new. Well, I hope y'all feel as good as you look. It's a little windy today, a little bit of this and that, but it's beautiful day. And what a lot of orange, reddish orange today, you know? To see all those General Lees come rolling in. It's a great car show. The Shenandoah Valley Mustang Club puts on the best, by far the best car shows in America. You can sit here and see that.
Yeah, man, they're awesome.
Man, I used to. Is that a 57 Ford I see there? Yeah, I believe it is. Hey, look at that Oldsmobile, like a convertible. I get lost in those things. Anyhow, you can't spend a better day. I mean, what the Dukes of Hazzard was about, among other things, was cars, good country people, hard-working people who didn't get above themselves. It was about faith in the Lord. And it was about looking out for your neighbors and one another, and about doing the right thing. And that's a great lesson that I think we continue to spread that message all over the world. The Dukes of Hazzard has been shown in over 40 countries around the world in 6 or 7 different languages, and it translates real easy. It's about people doing the best they can, treating their neighbors right, looking out for one another, and it's a happy show where the good guys always win. And that is the way the world ought to be. Anyway, that's my sermonette for the day.
Rocky Top?
Oh, we got, we don't.
Okay.
Everybody knows this one. It's a great state song of Tennessee.
1, 2, 3.
Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, 10 sunshine still. Rangers ain't come down from Rocky Top. Reckon they never will.
All the corn growing all on Rocky Top.
First too rocky by far.
That's why all the folks on Rocky Top
Get their corn from a jar.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Oh, you can play that. I've had years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life, can't be simple again.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top,
I don't feel like doing nothing. You ever had days like that? Man, I don't do nothing.
Yep. You did good with
Well, which is about, you know, all I do anyway anymore. I don't know, but it's tuning up because Anthony there, he can play two instruments simultaneously.
Wow.
Yeah, he plays the violin and the fiddle simultaneously. He can do some amazing things. Well, I'd kind of like right now, let's do something more serious. Here we are in the Shenandoah Valley in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Just above, just on the other side of them trees yonder, is the great Shenandoah River. Now, and it's one of the few rivers in the world that runs from south to north, like the Nile River runs from south to north. I can't think of any others. But the Shenandoah comes from the south about 50 miles, then divides, and there's the North Fork. This is the South Fork behind those trees. Beautiful, one of the prettiest rivers. And it joins together back up in Front Royal and goes up to Harper's Ferry, Virginia, and it flows into the Potomac and then on down through Washington, D.C. to the Chesapeake Bay. Now you have your geography lesson for the day. There's going to be a pop quiz on that in a few minutes. So we got anyhow, Shenandoah, it's a beautiful word. It's an old Native American word. The Indians here that lived here were called the Manahoac Indians. Manahoac means they were very happy. And that's a great name. You can see why they were living up in here.
Yeah.
But, and they named the Shenandoah River. And Shenandoah was a Manahoac word, which means the daughter of the stars. So it's a beautiful name for a beautiful river and a beautiful place. Well, you know, fellas, the younger guys would come in, the pioneers started coming out here and they got restless and they knew that if it went out west, further west, out in Kentucky and Ohio, own land and a lot of it, they could stake their own claim. So they started heading west. But they got out there in these old covered wagons, riding mules and all that. And they'd be sitting out there in the middle of the wilderness at night around a campfire. They get homesick. And so they'd sing around the campfire, and they made up this song. This song, nobody knows who wrote it, but it's become one of the most famous folk songs in the world. I mean, it's played by symphony orchestras all over the world and sung it. And it's just a beautiful song about a beautiful place. It's called Shenandoah. And Lisa Meadows is going to sing a little. And Anthony's going to play it, not on the fiddle, but on the violin.
One.
Y'all join me if you know it. Shenandoah, I long to see you away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to hear away. We're bound away, cross
Shenandoah. You can feel that here in this place. It's a very kind of an enchanted place. It's a great place to gather too. You know, just get together. It seems like, you know, we've, to my knowledge, and I've been doing this Cooters thing. Helma and I started this in 1999, which is 23 years ago. And all these years, well, we've had events where there were 50, 70,000 people. And as far as I know, there has not been one fist fight. No gunfight. I mean, no is the way the world ought to be.
That's right.
People get along. And I think it has something to do with Uncle Jesse's rules, you know. You boys go back and tell that lady you're sorry you broke her fence. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When's the last time you heard somebody say yes, sir, yes, ma'am on TV? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
So, but these are the things that built America. I'm telling you, it's hard work, looking out for one another, taking care of families, worshiping the good Lord, making music and having a good time. And that's, it's easy to do if we all point in the same direction at once. I mean, I was thinking this morning, it's a crazy thing to think, but you know, the lessons that come from the reason the Dukes of Hazzard is still popular all over the world, all over the United States, despite the weird political attacks on it, we're still here because people want something like that they can sit with their kids and families and watch together. And America can be that way. You know, we can be that way if we look out for one another, do the right thing, all those old-fashioned lessons. So, I don't know, I get to preaching about it every once in a while, but I think that's why, after, well, it's been now since we started filming, 43 years, 44 years since we started filming, that the Dukes of Hazzard is still beloved. Kids still watch it, think it's a new show. Well, if you live around here, it looks like a new show. We still drive work shirts and ball caps and drive old cars on dirt roads, you know. And, so this is it's just a joyful thing, and when I see all you folks coming in and having fun with it, and here's the great thing about us keeping it going like this. I get all the credit, but she does all the work. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
A bunch of pretty ladies over there. I want to introduce one of them. I met Teamster, Dorothy Collier, I think her name was when I met her. But it wasn't long. She was playing, can you say that for me? What's her name?
Mel Tillis.
Yeah, Mel Tillis' daughter. The great Mel Tillis. We had, now I don't make fun of stuttering because I stutter a little myself, but we had a producer on the show, a beloved guy we all love named Skip Ward, who also had a stutter. And I heard him and Mel talking one day. If you really, you had to, I don't make fun of anybody, but they never finished the first sentence as far as I can tell. They're just saying hello. But they're a great guy. Anyhow, Dorothy and Roscoe P. Coltrane, Jimmy Best kind of caught each other's eye. And we could tell, something was happening. Sparks are flying over there. And it wasn't long before she was Mrs. Best. And we lost Jimmy a few years back. I'd never seen anybody that enjoyed doing this more than James Best did. Jimmy and Dorothy together, they retired finally to Hickory, North Carolina, and Jimmy passed. And Dorothy's still there, and to see her, by the way, Byron Cherry, who played Coy Duke, is here, and of course, Tom Wopat there in the garage, Tom. But Dorothy, could you come over and say hey? She also had to listen to 10 or 20,000 Roscoe P. Coltrane's impersonation, because everybody that he met had one. Stuff them up. But anyhow, just say hey.
Hey, everybody. Interesting, you were doing Shenandoah, and Jimmy was in the movie Shenandoah with Jimmy Stewart. Yeah, and played the rebel soldiers. So that was, I've always thought it was a beautiful song. Yeah, they did. It was the theme song for the movie.
Well, you look great.
Oh, thank you. Oh, well, I'm not getting younger.
I should repeat that then. I said, you're getting younger. Anyhow, the thing about it, and this was true, and anybody will tell you that worked on the show, we made a point to get along with each other. And because we were a part of something that was extraordinary. And like I said, when we came on, I think I said this already, maybe it was somebody else. When this show came on the air, the critic, this was in January 1979. The critic for the Los Angeles Times said, "This show will not last past the first commercial break." Well, I don't know how long he lasted, but we're still doing fine. All over the world. And we're still having fun with it. Anyhow.
Thank you, Ben. Thanks for having me. It's great to see you all. I've seen probably a lot of you already at the table today, but come by. I do have a couple of James' original paintings with me, and just come by and enjoy them. And he loved doing these, and I try to carry it on in his name.
Woo!
Thank you, Dorothy. Dorothy Best, y'all. She is the best. Oh, Lord. Jimmy, he really did. He got the biggest kick out of it, I can see that. Scuff my vehicle. All right, well, I want to play some fast domino music from down in New Orleans.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
brighten the day, won't it? That's William Hayes. You didn't bring your accordion today, did you? Oh, you ought to hear him play that thing. What is it? That wind's dying down, ain't it? It's getting a little bit better.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah, for 2 seconds.
For a few seconds.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Who all here is not from Virginia? Whoa. Whoa. Huh?
Lots.
No, everybody. That's a wonderful one. Y'all came from who came to Firth? That's what I always wonder. Nobody wants to claim it.
We had an Idahoer here.
Idaho?
Uh-huh. An Idahoan, I
Did
guess.
they?
Yeah.
You don't get much further
I don't know
away.
where she is, but
I was 37 years old before I ever met anybody from Idaho. I've been up there. They kind of, they do that. They kind of love Idaho so much they don't. It's a beautiful country up in there too. I have been everywhere in the world twice.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's
I've been everywhere
awesome.
Twice, all right.
Wow.
At least twice. And most of the places I go, Bobby, most places I go, they know the Dukes of Hazzard. I always tell we have some filmmakers here from Notre Dame, from South Bend. And I was telling them, one time we had a break during the Dukes, probably about 1981 or so. I lived in Atlanta all those years. And I said, well, I got a couple weeks off. I could just go right down here to Atlanta Airport and get on a plane and go to London, England. And I've never been to London. And I've never been to England. I always wanted to go. And I said, I can go to Scotland, and all. So I just got on a plane and I flew to England. And I got off, and the first guy you run into is this was at Gatwick Airport, is the guy that looks at your passport. The very first person I saw in England. And he looked at my passport, and I'm not making this up. He said, "Hey there, Dukes of Hazzard. It's the bloody garageman." And that's a good feeling, y'all. Then I went to Wales, where everybody's named Jones. Pretty much, yeah. Anyhow, Bobby Scott, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we're here today is Bobby Scott.
How's everybody out here doing? I want to thank Alma.
I want to read your hat first.
All right.
His hat says, Iraq Combat Veteran.
Well, thank you for all coming out here and participating in this event. It's called the Hazzard Run. We do it every year. We've been doing it since 2009. I want to thank all the car owners. We got people from Canada out here. We got people for a long ways out here, and I want to especially thank Alma and Ben for allowing me to put this event on. And thank you all out here. Appreciate it.
It's a great man, y'all.
Yes.
Do it again next year.
Yes, I'm going to do it again in October. Watch CootersPlace.com. My name and number's on there. Just call me about the Hazzard Run. Don't call me about anything else.
And again, we want to thank the Shenandoah Valley Mustang Club. What's on the greatest shows. I just sit here and drool. Look at those great cars out there. I'm telling you. Let me think. Brian, do you remember that story you told about the time you went down to Mississippi and went to church? True story, right?
Hey, when I was a kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi to visit my granny and her antebellum world. Well, I'd run barefooted all day long, climbing trees and free as a song, until one day I managed to catch myself a squirrel. Well, I stuffed him down in an old shoebox and I punched a couple of the holes in the top, and when Sunday came, I stuck him into church. I'm sitting way back on the very last pew, showing it to my good buddy Hugh, when that squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. What happened next? It's hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell, but the fact that something was among us was plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all, the squirrel ran up Hard Newman's coveralls, and old Hard jumped to his feet and he said, "Something's got a hold on me."
The squirrel went berserk in the first town of Righteous Church.
That sleepy little town of Pascagoula.
They fight for survival, broke out in revival.
They were jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah, hallelujah." Well, Hard hit the aisles a dancing and a screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had a demon, and poor Hard thought he had a weed eater loose in his Fruit of the Loom. Well, he fell to his knees to plead and beg, and the squirrel ran out of his breeches leg, unobserved to the other side of the very room. Oh my goodness. Way on down to the Amen pew, where there's that Sister Bertha Better Than You, who'd been watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. Well, you should have seen the look in her eyes when that squirrel jumped her garters and crossed her thighs. She jumped to her feet and she said, "Lord have mercy on me." But as the squirrel made laps inside of her dress, she began to cry and then to confess the things that would make Ben Cooter Jones blush with shame. She told of gossip and church dissension, but the thing that got the most attention was when she started talking about her nasty love life and started naming names.
They say the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church.
That sleepy little town of Pascagoula.
They fight for survival, broke out in revival.
Jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah,
Hallelujah.
7 deacons and Anthony got saved, and $25,000 was raised to missions to the Congo right there on the spot.
Oh my God.
And even without an invitation, there were at least 500 rededications, and sweet Dorothy Best got rebaptized by the Shenandoah. There's the Bible story, I guess, how he parted the waters for Moses to pass. Oh, the miracles that God had wrought in this old world. But the one I'll remember till my dying day is how he put that church back on its narrow way with a half-crazed Mississippi squirrel.
The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church.
Sleepy little town of Pascagoula.
They fight for survival, broke out in revival.
They were jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah." We were jumping pews and shouting, "Hallelujah."
Brian Buckaby. Yeah, I was thinking about a fella that did the show, and in fact, his manager, his road manager that brought him along was grew up in Tabor City, North Carolina, Columbus County. That's where my mama came from. I'm gonna go down there soon and do a little of that genealogy stuff because we got a lot of folks down there. But at any rate, I always loved the Buckoes and the Buckaroos, and man, they were great. Really, just down to earth as you'll ever meet. But this is a song that Johnny Russell wrote, and Buck Owens sang it. Well, they're gonna put me in the movies.
They did.
They're gonna make a big star out of me. They'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. All you gotta do is act natural. Yeah.
I'm gonna be a big star. I'm winning an Oscar. You can't ever tell. The movie's gonna make you a big star. I can play the part so well.
I hope you'll come and see me in the movies. Then I know that you will plainly see
Biggest fool to ever hit the big time. All I gotta do is act naturally.
the Buckaroo. They'll make a scene about a man that's sad and lonely, laying down upon his bended knee. I'll play the part, but I won't be rehearsing.
All I gotta do is act naturally.
Well,
Bet you I'm gonna be a big star. I might win an Oscar. You can't ever tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star. I can play the part so well.
I hope you'll come and see me in the movie. Then I know that you will plainly see
The biggest fool to ever hit the big time. All I gotta do is act naturally. All I gotta do is act naturally. All I gotta do is
act naturally. Buggos and Buckaroos. We had some great guest artists on the Dukes of Hazzard. Tammy Wynette, and Loretta, yeah. Roy Orbison. Now, people singers know, I'm down here, like Buck Owens is up here, and he would tell you that Roy Orbison was way up there. He'd say, he looked at Daisy Duke and he sang, Pretty Woman, walking down. Oh, this is great. We, doctor's orders tells me I'm not supposed to hit a lick at a snake, which is, if you live around here, you know exactly what that means. So I'm gonna have to roll on out of here, back over the hills and head for home. But before I go, I want to do two things. I want to end up singing a Duke song, and I'm gonna fix it.
I thought you were saying that's the wind's doing it.
It's the Gremlins.
It's the wind.
Some people here are old enough to know what the Gremlins were. Anyhow, I looked the night Hazzard Run, Bobby and all them, and the Shenandoah Valley Mustang Club, and everybody that works here at Cooters, and Byron Sherry, and Dorothy Best, and Tom Wopat. Say hey to him before you leave. But mainly to everybody who is here, because we consider everybody to be, all of y'all to be citizens of Hazzard County. And that's a good thing, y'all. That's a good thing. The way the world ought to be, as far as I can tell. We like to we don't leave here without having Lisa Mattis sing one of the most beautiful hymns ever written.
When I enter, consider all the world thy hands have made, and I see the stars, and I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe display. And then sings my soul, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. And then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. When Christ shall come, we shout of acclamation, and take me home. What joy shall fill my heart, and then I will bow in humble adoration, and there proclaim, my God, how great thou art. And then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou
Lisa Mattis. Oh, Lisa, you're gonna have a little church service here tomorrow morning.
We are tomorrow morning right here at 10:30.
30.
Yes.
How about you, Reverend?
Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, First Church of Columbia Furnace, Edinburgh, Virginia.
That whole side of the stage is preachers. This side of the stage is the reason. Anthony Van Pelt, you preaching tomorrow.
Cross Keys, 10 a.m.
Cross Keys Worship Center, 10 a.m. service.
Good deal. Y'all, this band back here on the piano also plays the accordion and a number of other things. Fixes spy airplanes. I won't tell you about that part of it. Hayes, y'all. That's William Hayes, y'all. The leader of our band's back here on the bass guitar. We're looking for a bass player. He said, everybody, he said, I'm a great bass player. Well, it turned out he played third bass for some semi-pro team down in Stanley, Virginia. That's Robin Meadows, y'all. He's also the proprietor of the Hazzard County Recording Studio inside there. We just got a gospel CD out. Back on the drums is a man who is actually the mayor of Hazzard County. He used to be the mayor of Linville, but they ran him out of there. He was the mayor of Timberville. They ran him out of there, but he's a good old boy. And he was raised by bears in the national park. That's Kevin Hinkle, y'all. And playing the fiddle and the violin simultaneously. Over there picking the guitar, he can play about anything. That's the Reverend Brian Duncan. And this is Lisa Meadows. That's Dorothy Best. And thank you, Bobby Scott. Byron Cherry. And I'm Ben Jones. And I'm down and I'm gone. We'll be making our way. The only way we know how. Just a little bit more than alone. That's just a little bit more than alone. Breaker one, I might be crazy, but I ain't done. I'm down, I'm gone, y'all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to go inside and meet all of the other cast members. They'd love to see you. Also, tomorrow morning we'll have 10:30 worship service right here. Maybe right here or right down there. Just depends on. I don't know which one it is. But come to this area. We'll be here. Also, tomorrow afternoon, the Deans will be here from 2 to 4.
They're going to do costume contest.
I'm sorry?
Costume contest.
Go ahead.
Costume contest.
Oh, the costume contest, right? Okay, is that tomorrow? After this. All right. Right after this, we're going to have the costume contest. You don't want to miss that. What are you dressed up like, Robbie? Robbie?
A redneck.